Welcome back to part 2 of the MILSIG Gen3 Combat Air Through Stock video. Here I'm going to show you how to install your new CAT stock onto your favorite M17 marker. The package comes with the stock fully assembled, along with a baggie of small parts, which contain 2 screws and a brass spacer. The tools you'll need are a 2.5 and a 3.0mm Allen wrench, which you can find inside your MILSIG Professional toolset. You will also need a few drops of MILSIG SOS lube. I also have some Permatex medium strength blue thread locker, but you can also use Loctite 242, which you can find at your local hardware or auto supply store. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to assume that you're performing the installation on an M17 CQC or similar marker, which comes standard with a matte or mobile air tank stock. We begin by removing the matte stock guide rail with our 2.5mm Allen wrench. We will need to put aside the SPM bracket, which connects your stock to the regulator cover of your marker's heat core. Step 2. Remove the stock from the buffer tube. Step 3. Remove buffer tube by removing a small screw located at the bottom of the buffer tube using your 3mm Allen wrench. Set remove the screw aside for later use. Step 4. Remove ASA plug by removing a small screw located at the back of the ASA swivel with your 3mm Allen wrench. Set screw aside for later use. Step 5. Install ASA plug into your marker. Tighten only with your fingers until stuck. Step 6. Apply 1 drop of SOS lube onto each of the 2 ASA plug O-rings. Step 7. Installing the ASA swivel. Place the ASA swivel and its bracket over the ASA plug. Turn marker over so that the grip is pointing towards you. Next, place one end of the SPM bracket into the regulator cover. Next, take the small brass spacer from your small parts bag and place it under the other end of the SPM bracket. Next, take the longer of the 2 screws from your small parts bag and apply 1 drop of thread locker onto the threads. Next, put the screw through the pre-aligned brackets and thread it in with your fingers. Finish tightening the screw with your 2.5mm Allen wrench. Step 8. Reattaching the ASA screw. This is the longer of the 2 screws you removed earlier with your 3mm Allen wrench set. Now simply put on the dab of thread locker and reattach back onto the ASA. Step 9. Reattaching the buffer tube. Insert the buffer tube into the back of the ASA assembly. Put a dab of thread locker onto the thread of the small 3mm screw you set aside earlier. Tighten the screw with your 3mm Allen wrench. Step 10. Reattaching the buttstock. Pull the length adjuster straight down and slide the stock over the buffer tube. You can also swap out the standard stock with any aftermarket mil-spec M4 stocks. Preventive maintenance. Retighten buffer tube and ASA screw with 3mm Allen wrench periodically. Lubricate the ASA plug O-rings and replace them if necessary.